The key to optimizing your investments is to prioritize your financial goals so that it becomes easier to determine how best they can be funded. This is called goal-based planning, and this should form the basis of any sensible financial plan. It begins by listing your goals in order of priority, how far away it is in terms of years, and finally attaching a number to it. Basically, the amount of money which would be required to fulfill this goal. And remember, this amount should be inflation adjusted. Any number of websites today allow you to calculate this inflation adjustment, so don't forget this aspect or you might fall short. For example, here's a case of a 30-year-old lady. Retirement, 30 years away, requirement 2 crores. Child's education, 18 years away, requirement 80 lakh. Buying a house, 10 years away, requirement 2 crores. Buying a car, 2 years away, requirement 10 lakh. A foreign trip, 5 years away, requirement 3 lakh, and so on. These goals are very different in terms of the time period required to achieve them, and so they will require investments to be made accordingly. To start making the investments, we need to work backwards to calculate how much we will need to invest to achieve them, as well to realistically assess whether these goals are even achievable. So let's calculate for the above case study. Assuming a rate of return of 12%, the lady needs to invest about 5,700 a month towards retirement, a little over 10,000 towards child's education, 86,000 towards buying a house, nearly 37,000 towards their car, and about 3,600 for the foreign trip, all totaling to about 1.4 lakhs a month. Now, if this amount is manageable, you can straight away move to the next step, which is asset allocation. However, if you feel that a commitment of nearly 1.5 lakhs a month is not possible, you needn't worry, because this is exactly what the exercise is for. Once you know what you aspire for and how much you need to fulfill it, you can keep making adjustments till you reach your goal. For example, you can delay a goal by a few years, like say you push forward your goal of buying a house by another 5 years. Let's see what happens. Now you need to invest only 36,600 monthly towards your house and only 96,000 in total. If this too seems unaffordable, you can try opting for a cheaper house or further pushing the goal by another 5 years. For the sake of simplicity, this plan assumes that the house will be bought as a down payment and not on loan. More sophisticated planning tools are available online to make any kind of adjustment you desire. As well, there is a very interesting feature of the systematic investment plans available, called a step-up SIP. What this does is increase your SIP amount annually by an amount you are comfortable with so that your investment planning can keep pace with the rise in your annual salary. Once you've reached a number you're comfortable investing, next is to allocate assets accordingly. And this is done depending on the time at hand. Typically, goals which are over 5 years away can be funded through equity mutual funds, and those less than 5 years can be allocated to debt funds. The logic is that equity as an asset class provides higher returns over the long term but is extremely volatile in the short term. Debt, on the other hand, offers lower returns but is considered quite stable even in the short term. One last point to remember is that 1 or 2 years away from achieving your goals, you should consider moving to debt funds to safeguard all that you have accumulated over the years. This is done to ensure that no last-minute volatility can keep you from achieving your dreams in style.